everybody, and welcome to our top 10 quick comic picks. I'm Andy.
I'm Matt.
We're here with Infinity Flux Comics out of Chattanooga, Tennessee. And this is our really quick show where we show you some of the biggest and best books that are coming out this week to your local comic book store. Or if you shop with us at infinityflux.net, they're coming to you in the mail. So you have a better idea of what you can expect when you head into your store or open up that amazing package you got. So let's get into this week's.
Yeah, we are going to start with a number 13, which is kind of weird, but it's Superman 13, which is House of Brainiac Part 2. And in this one, Superman seeks out Lobo's help to try to find where Brainiac is, where he took the captives that he got last issue. And then we learn a little bit more about Brainiac's plan. What is he wanting to do? But we still do have some questions, but a really great next part to the House of Brainiac storyline.
Yeah, and fantastic art in that.
Oh,
one.
yeah.
Next up, I've got Ultimate Black Panther number 3. This is where I feel like the wheels really start getting rolling on what's the big story going on here. But we don't learn a whole lot. But as T'Challa spends time now with Killmonger and Storm, they start to reveal to him maybe even stuff about his own land he doesn't know about. So very interesting issue of Ultimate Black Panther.
And next is Cobra Commander number 4, continuing this great series. In this one, Cobra Commander learns a little bit more about Energon and what can be done with it. There's another little Transformers connection in this as well. He happily reports back to Nemesis Enforcer of his findings, but maybe Nemesis Enforcer has a different idea about what should happen next.
Yeah, very cool issue. Next up, I've got a new one from Boom. This is Blow Away. So this one is about a photographer named Bryn, and while she's on assignment in a very far off part of Canada to take pictures of some birds that are thought to be extinct, she may happen to photograph a murder taking place. But is she alone up there on the mountain, or did someone catch her doing this? The mystery is built in this first issue. Very, very interesting.
Well, next for me is Silicon Bandits number 1. This is the second book from the new publisher Magma Comics. And in this one, it's about a husband and wife team named Aurora Withers and Kenji Sato. They are developers of these androids, androids are part of everyday life in this book. It's set in the future. But once they have created these androids, they get fired from their job because their boss thinks that they are now obsolete. And they plan to take matters into their own hands to, be able to live their life without that job.
My next one, Spectacular Spider-Man number 2. This is a fantastic Spider-Man book if you need one. So in this one, some of the weird things that were going on in the previous issue, very one page out of nowhere things, start coalescing in this as it seems like around the city and maybe around the world, people's fantasies are coming true. And that hits close to home for Peter and Miles. But who's behind all of this, and is it too good to be true?
Well, next is Roxxon Presents Thor. This book is hilarious, and we've been talking about this for a while now when we've talked about Immortal Thor. This is the book that the Minotaur creates in the Marvel Universe. This is very meta, but this is the one that he creates in order to skew the public's opinion of Thor with a little magic mixed in. And this one is all about sort of this big goofball Thor trying to save the planet or figure out why people are mad at him. And there's a lot of product placement in here. This is very tongue-in-cheek. This is a funny issue. It's hard to explain. You just have to read it for yourself, but this one is really, really funny.
Next up, I've got Helen of Wyndhorn, number 2. I love the direction this book is going and how Tom King and Bilquis Evely are doing it. So Helen, after the previous issue where she saw something pretty unnatural on her grandfather's manor estate, it looks like she is kind of driving herself crazy. She saw some kind of mythical creature and no one seems to confirm that she saw this, so she is going to do her own research and try to figure out what is going on at this house.
And last for me is Giant Size Hulk. This is the next of the giant size books that we've been getting throughout this year so far. This one loosely ties into this current Hulk run, but you can still read it by itself without being too lost. And in this one, Bruce Banner hops a train to go somewhere, but he runs into a new villain. This is the first appearance of a new villain named Patchwork Jack, who is kind of a demonic entity. And it's being a Hulk book. The Hulk comes out and it resorts to a big slugfest, and it's pretty cool.
And lastly, for me, I've got Star Wars: The High Republic Adventures, Saber for Hire #1, following fan favorite character Ty York, who is a monster hunter. She is behind the occlusion zone where no Jedi can get to, so she's got all the jobs to herself of saving people, but she does it for the money. But what happens if the true monsters, the Nile, who have, or who the Jedi are fighting, are the real monsters here? Will she take up her lightsaber and stand for what's right instead of just hunting monsters? So, a really great start to a new mini series for the High Republic. And that is it for our top 10 quick comic picks. Thank you so much for watching. Remember to head over to infinityflux.net right now where you can buy these books. They're on sale right now. And hurry because supplies are limited as always. And you don't want to miss out on some of these fantastic books. Plus, we've got our longer show coming up where we're going over these books plus a lot more, their variants, all that good stuff to give you more options. We're like a video catalog. So thank you so much for watching, and until next time, see
See
ya.
ya.